This is the Double Edge Factor, where high performance meets peace of mind and faith meets focus. I am your host, Rod Manuel, and peace and blessings unto you. Before we get going, be sure to like, follow, and hit that subscribe button, because the more positive interactions you put out there, the more they push this podcast to people who've never heard it before, which of course will allow us to grow, reach new ears, and have a greater impact on more people around the world. And if you want 2026 to be the year that you perform and live at your highest level, head on over to rodmanuel.com. That's RODMANUEL. Join that email list and remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Okay, let me talk to the person who's tired. Not lazy, not unmotivated, just worn down. You've been showing up, doing the work, trying to stay consistent. And now the thought is creeping in. Maybe I should just quit. Not because you don't care, but because you don't see the results yet. And here's the truth most people don't tell you. Quitting usually happens right before growth shows up. We quit because we expect harvest too soon. We quit because we underestimate the season we're in. We quit because we forget that growth is invisible before it's obvious. And what makes quitting dangerous isn't the act itself, it's what it interprets. Everything you're doing right now is a seed. Every conversation, every habit, every choice, every word you speak. Seeds don't announce themselves. They don't give feedback. They don't reward you immediately, but they're working. The problem is, we live in a world addicted to instant results. But life still operates on process. If you quit early, you don't just stop effort, you actually cancel your future impact. I want to share the story about the parable of the sower. There's this farmer, he's scattering seeds. Some fall on rocky ground, some fall on thorns, and some on good soil. Here's what most people miss: the farmer doesn't stop sowing because some of the seeds fail. He keeps planting because growth isn't his job, faithfulness is. Some seeds fail because of environment, some because of pressure, some because of distractions. But the good soil, it produces more than expected. You see, your job isn't to guarantee outcomes. Your job is to keep planting. Okay. Today's show is brought to you by Polished Custom Builders, where they specialize in building your dream into a reality through custom home building, renovations, and interior design. Check them out at polishedcustombuilders.com, where the most beautiful house in the world is the one that you build yourself. Okay, I want to talk about your words as seeds, because what you say matters more than you think. Think about it. In your career, if you constantly say, "I'm stuck," don't be surprised when motivation dries up. Think about in relationships. Words either build safety or they erode trust. In your everyday life, your self-talk sets direction. You don't need fake positivity. You need disciplined language. Speak what you're working towards, not just what you feel. And small actions compound like you wouldn't believe. Showing up when you don't feel like it, keeping your word, staying consistent when nobody's watching. You see, these actions feel insignificant until they're not. Growth doesn't reward intensity. It actually rewards consistency. So, I want you to ask yourself, what seed am I attempting to stop planting? What future version of me depends on today's discipline? Don't confuse silence with failure. So here's my challenge. 1, identify one area you've considered quitting. Number two, commit to planting seeds there for, say, 30 days or more. Number three, clean up your words. And number four, stay consistent in small actions. You don't need more motivation. You just need faithful repetition. Until next time, keep planning, watching your words, and trust the process. That is it for today. If this episode added value, clarity, or even one push you needed, share it. Share it with someone who's close to quitting. The only way we grow this podcast is when you guys share it. The more you share, the greater impact you can have around the world. And if you want 2026 to be your year that you perform, live at your highest level, head on over to rodmanuel.com. That's RODMANUEL.com, where you'll find resources, coaching tools, and more to help you live, lead, and perform at your highest level. You can also order a copy of my latest book, Faith on Demand, which is also available on Amazon, as well as other exclusive content. And as I always say, be intentional with your words, be intentional with your thoughts, and be intentional with your actions. And always find a way to be a blessing to someone else today.